check. Hello. Hello. Boom, 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 boom. Hello. Check. What's up, boys and girls? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me all right? Hello? I hope so. I hope so. So I don't want to be all quiet and stuff. Loud and clear. Good. Let's see how long that lasts. I'm on my headset. I'm on my headset. It's going to be kind of noisy. I'm trying to clean up some of these screw heads here. Shocking! Cam keeps flickering bottom left. Oh, that thing. Alright. Should have known. I'll fix that right now. Right now. Well, as soon as it boots up. Oh, come on. Why does it want to do that right now? Is it necessary? I don't think so. I can't open the Quick app. There. What you up to, ATAC? There, that should do it. Hopefully. Angry dude, what's going on, man? Trying to get some headway done on the old cabinet tonight. Thank you so much for that subscription, man. Appreciate that. Stuff. Stuff is good. I like stuff. I'm trying to clean up some of these screw heads here so I can see. I got some that were just about 1/8 of an inch too long. Just watched What If. Shocking! Shocking! Marvel thing on Disney. Oh, that's right. I've seen that. I haven't watched it, but I've seen it on Disney. I have not watched it yet. This would have been a lot easier if I'd have just used a shorter screw, I think. But I was kind of wondering if they'd be too short to hold the glass top on. So I ran them a little long, figured I could just come back and nip them off. Figured it'd be a little easier. And there went that blade. I just shot that thing to pieces and whipped around it. But that's okay. So I got a couple more. That's all right. Come on. Yeah, I got goggles on, ATAC. Oh, man. Oh, I just dropped the washer. I don't know where it went. It's so tiny. And my floor's so hard. Where'd you go? You little washer. I guess the vacuum will find it. Is that a primer? I found a good primer on the floor. Doggone it. This is all your fault, ATAC. All your fault. I guess if I crawl around on the floor, I start finding 556 primers. What's up, LG? What's going on? Why me? Why me? Why any of us? I guess I'll find that washer later. I don't really need it 100% need it, but it is nice to have on here. Keeps the disc a little stabler, you know. Keeps it just a little stable. What's up, Illy? I've just come back. I know. You just came back and you're already causing trouble? Oh no. I'm doing good, LG. I'm trying to get some headway on this here arcade cabinet. Almost, just got to nip these back sides and tighten down all the buttons here. I guess you can't really see them. Tighten down the buttons and put the joysticks on. I'm going to put the joysticks on today. And, you know, clean it up and start putting the electronics in it. Yeah, it's upside down right now, Illy. Hacks haven't been on yet. It's upside down right now, but it looks a lot better on the other side, where all the graphics are. and the top of it. No, she probably does mind Illy, but I have the door shut, so she can't run away. She's just gonna have to suffer through it. She doesn't really like loud noises, but she can't get away from it. Whew, that one was smoking hot. Saw a little bit yesterday during my lurk. Ah, poor sweet baby. Why do I bother her? She's alright. She's kind of semi-deaf anyway. Only one of her ears works. So as long as that's mostly why she sleeps upside down, so she can bury her ears. So as long as she buries that one good ear into the bedding, she can't hear a thing. Not a very good guard dog, if you know what I mean. Because she can't really hear very well. It's funny, sometimes we'll hide behind a door and we'll start calling her, and she'll be running around the house trying to find us, because she'll be able to hear, but she can't zero in on where the sound is coming from. So she'll just start checking all the rooms. Oh, I just broke that blade. She'll just start checking all the rooms for people, because she can't zero in on... Oh, those are hot. Doggone it. Woo, that burnt my hand. Woo. Woo. Pick up all these little screw tips. Yeah, she's fine then. Semi-deaf? Yeah. Yeah, she's not the greatest with her ears. Her ears are kind of messed up, but they work. I mean, she's all right. She gets the job done. Oh, I gotta cut that open. Haven't even opened this one. We're gonna christen these bits. We're gonna christen these. Ooh, I don't want to step on that. Yikes. There's a tip on the floor here. Yeah, she's fine. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I mean, clearly, because I have my headset on with my microphone. It doesn't like to play fair from time to time. It tends to not want to cooperate on occasion. You know what I mean? So it's good that it's actually working well. I assume anyway, unless I've gone completely mute and you guys would just think I'm ignoring you. I mean, that could be a possibility too. What's up, Shadow Wolf? Ugh, I thought I cut that enough to clip it, but I guess not. Ugh. Well, didn't really want to have to put another blade on just for one. But I might have to. Oop. I think it shot off and hit the roof. I don't know where it ended up, but I'm sure my feet will find it. I'm pretty sure my feet are going to find it as soon as I step on it. What's the matter, Daly? Did that one scare you? That one scared her. She heard it go ping, ping, ping. So she got up. But it's okay. It's alright, Daly. You're fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. The room's on fire, but everything's fine here. This is all good. It's all working according to plan. All according to plan. Let's try this one. See if this one will work any better. Okay. Now I'm just going to take these down a notch. Ooh, that might be a little more tricky than I thought. Not so bad. Not so bad. Daly is a Boston Terrier. Ouch. Sounds like a dentist drill. One-eared. One-eared, yep. It does sound pretty loud. It is basically a dentist drill. I mean, it's basically a dentist drill. We're just not drilling teeth. Discord? Why is there always Discord stuff? Oh. How many points would it cost? I'm curious. Did they answer? Cutting discs, cutting through metal. You're used to it? No, people in chat laughed. I wish they would have put a quantity on that. I can mute this so it's not so noisy. What's that? Yeah, people just turn their volumes down. It's all right. I mean, I can't exactly talk while I'm doing it anyway. And I only have like maybe see 5 of these to do, so it's not really a big deal. It won't take me but a little bit here. my finger! Ah! That's probably okay now. You are falling behind on Mommy's roses? Oh, Daddy. Oh, not that. What, the vacuum sound? All right. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Monday ammo questions? We might get into that in a bit. I got to figure all this out. And I got to get this thing finished and out of my room because it's seriously cramping my room. Like out here in the middle, I need to put it where it's going to go and finish it. So it's kind of taking priority for the moment. What did I just step on? Something just poked me in my foot. All right. Let's put some of these rings on so I don't have to worry about these buttons falling back down when I'm doing stuff here. Like this one just did. Okay. Let's see, this blue one looks like it's about to fall through. Put a little ring on this one. We'll come back and tighten these down later. We just need to get something on them to keep them steady. And we can come and figure that out after we put all these on. there. Just put all these on. And I had to countersink all these buttons because they're only so thick. And with the pedestal topper and the glass, it made it so thick there wasn't enough thread to put the lock rings on, so I had to countersink everything, which kind of took longer than just drilling straight holes through it. I could have used a smaller, like a thinner panel, but then it kind of, you know, it doesn't, you can't, I guess, like, you know, it's not thick enough to me. You need something you can really do something to. Beat on, I guess. Something that'll withstand the force of somebody going rage on it or something. Slamming it, it won't buckle and whatnot. Last time I was doing ammo, I opened a box of soft tips. What's the difference between both tips? Well, one of them's full metal jacket, and then one of them has a soft lead tip on it, which means it has a little bit of a more of an expansion to it. Maybe I can get these close up. So, full metal jacket. I don't know if it's gonna. And then the soft tip. See how the lead is exposed on the soft tip ones here? So they'll pretty much just smash on impact, and these full metal jacket will have a little bit more penetration to them. Not that it matters with these. I mean, got it. I dropped a ring, eh? Alright, I got it back. Put some more here. Wish I had a socket for these or some sort of a tool that fit these rings, but I don't have anything. I just gotta. It's so tight in these countersinks. I thought I made them pretty big, but they're real tight. So when it comes to putting the rings on, you only have so much space. So I got these needle nose pliers to kind of just turn it. And I want to get these pretty tight when it's all said and done. So I'm probably gonna come back and cinch them down. Don't gamble, Illy. You'll just lose. I'm telling you guys, it's rigged. Okay? I'm telling you, it's rigged. Yeah, like smallpox getting Hulk angry. It was a pretty good visual. Maybe I like to lose. Oh. Well, you can try. I mean, people have won. People have won. It's just very difficult. You after something, Illy? You looking to pick something up? Always. Well, it's not just limited to what's in there, Illy. It's not just limited to what's in there. Basically, anything you can think of. Within reason, obviously. I mean, you can think of 57 Chevy, but you're not going to get it. Yeah, I'll give you her for free. I'll pay you to come pick her up. Never think of a Chevy. That's fair enough. That's fair. I wouldn't either. Just first thing that comes to my mind. Sold. Daly, you found a new home. She's looking at me like, what? What you talking about? I know, Illy. I'd just be like, I'd just be huddled up in the corner somewhere. Like, who am I? I've lost my identity without Daly. What is it even worth anymore? Why am I here? Okay, getting closer, getting closer. These all have. Oh, that one doesn't have one. It's an arcade, Illy. A multicade is what you'd really call it. It's called a multicade. It's basically going to house a computer. So there will be a computer built inside. There will be a pedestal that goes underneath it. Instead of this sawhorse that's underneath it, there will be an actual pedestal I'll build. And this will all be built together. And then in the pedestal will actually be a computer that I'm going to build inside of it. And then the computer will run Launchbox, which is in my panels below. If you're curious about Launchbox, if you look below in my panels, you'll see Launchbox down there, and you can click on it, and it'll kind of show you what it does. It basically emulates a console or arcade. So I have like saved up over the years in the past, like years ago. I got every game for every console from the beginning of games, which is like, let's just say Atari. There's obviously a lot of stuff before that. Uh, so it'll have every game from Atari all the way to the Wii, and it'll basically just run them on emulators on here, and you'll be able to select a system and a game and play it, and it'll all be on here. So it's a multicade. Like I think I have like I don't even know. I keep saying I think it's either 28. I think it's 28 good systems, but 72 overall. But some of the systems are just like I wouldn't even use them. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool once I get all the buttons done here and get the joysticks installed. I'll flip it back over and start working on the electronics and wiring. An emulator of the gods, yes. If you guys haven't seen Launchbox, I do encourage you to give it a look. It is really a classy program, and it takes care of everything. So I basically point the multicade towards my ROMs, which are on my server here in the house. I have them all. It's like 5 terabytes worth of space, and Launchbox will look at all my ROMs and organize them per system, game. It'll put graphics. It'll put the history of the game. It does everything. You'll see once I get it set up. I'll have a little reveal type deal as I put it together. You guys will see how it shapes up and how the program actually works. It's pretty slick. I like it. I've used it in smaller instances before. Nothing this major. Why isn't this screwing on? This just looks weirded out. I think they broke this one. Does this even go to that? Try a different one here. That one went on pretty easy. How many have you done of this before? Is this the first one I built? Oh, this is the first arcade I've built. So I'm kind of learning as I go. I'd obviously... I mean, we'll see when I'm done with it how it works out. This is the first time I've done it, so I am making a few mistakes as I go. But nothing major. Like I had to countersink all these buttons because the board that I got, in addition to the plexiglass on top, was so thick that the buttons, you see how shallow they are on the backside? You're supposed to be able to screw onto them. So I would probably get a stiffer, thinner board with Formica on the top rather than trying to stack plexiglass on top of this and making it too thick. Yeah, well, when I flip this over, I already peeled off everything, so you'll be able to see the button setup and everything as soon as I'm done with these connections here. I'm just locking on these buttons on the back, and what's up, Apples? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So as soon as I'm done tightening down these buttons, I will flip it back over and we'll try to figure out the joysticks. I got to get them centered, and then I got to get them screwed in with enough space to where they won't, the screws won't bottom out on the glass on the top, which is going to be a trick. Dropping in from Nice One's recommendation. Nice One's a cool dude. He's just on the other spectrum of my time frames. Appreciate you swinging in. This is what we usually do on Mondays, Apples. I do a little crafting. Right now I've been building an arcade cabinet, and that's pretty much what I'm doing right now today. We usually load ammunition on Mondays, and I do have a ton of ammunition behind me to load, but right now I'm just working on the arcade cabinet to see if I can get some headway done on it, because it does take up a little bit of space here in the middle of the floor and make a tremendous mess, and I'm kind of done with it. I just need to get it to its final stages so I can start putting the graphics on it and you know, doing the final touches and the wiring, building the system in the bottom. This is actually the bottom of it. Apples, this looks horrific. I mean, this looks like a Frankenstein. Let me flip it over here after I tighten these other two rings, and you'll be able to see kind of what the finished surface looks like. Just give me a few minutes here, and we'll flip it over. I'm missing a ring. I knew I was going to... Oh, there it is. I was fearing that I was going to come up one short because I took all the rings out yesterday and tried to throw everything in a box, and you know how stuff gets lost. No, I got to flip it over anyway. I got to flip it over and realign it for the joysticks. So, it's no biggie. It's what I got to do anyway. How did I get into this? Well, years ago, I was collecting the software and the ROMs. I got into just kind of hoarding them for, I don't know what you would call it. Like, I didn't want them to fade away and be forgotten about. So I basically spent a couple years just collecting every ROM and console I could find. So, end result, I actually collected about 28,000 games, ranging from, you know, the beginning of games with the Vector X and the Commodore 64 all the way up to the Wii. So I have about 5 terabytes, which is equivalent to about 28,000 games of every system up to the Wii. So I have every Super Nintendo game you can possibly imagine. I mean, name it and I've got it. And it's a huge, huge collection. But I wanted to, this was actually what I was going to do with them. What is RAM? It's ROM, R-O-M. It's a file. It's actually what's in the cartridges. It's called a ROM file, an ROM file. And it's actually what the cartridges run on. I'll flip this over now. So, we've got the top here. I need to put the hinges back in it, and I got the graphics underneath here. I got my controller joysticks here. These are all supposed to light up. I guess we'll find out eventually, right? I need to turn these because these got spun when I tightened them up, but I'll fix that later. But yeah. Yeah, ROM, R-O-M. This is definitely Harry's talk, not Illy talk. Yeah, that is RAM, Shadow. But we're talking about ROMs. Talking about ROMs. So, I need to kind of figure these out daily. She's moving around in her bed. I don't know what she's thinking about, but she's getting a little antsy over there. Probably getting nervous with me moving this thing around. So this would be the finished surface here. It is a bit glossy, but I wanted something I can I can clean real easy, and like, you know, you could put cups and stuff on it. And I made when I was cutting this glass, it flexed on one end, so you can kind of see a crack here. I broke it, which is why I've got extra pins in it, but It wasn't. It's too expensive to replace, and I figured I'd do it some other day. It's really not that bad. It's just you can see the split right here. It goes all the way through. Kind of a bummer, but it's my first one, so we just let it ride. We just let it ride. Maybe I'll fix it some other day, or one of the kids can fix it, but it'll it'll suit its own purpose for now. Yeah. So we'll slide this up. Now it's gonna have hinges on the back. That way you can just pick this up. You could pick this up, and you know, all the wiring and stuff is going to be in here. I'm going to have a hole cut in the middle, and the wires are going to go through to the power board and everything else. And you know, I'll dress this up and put graphics on the outside of this box, and then it'll have a stand pedestal that it goes on with some fans and stuff in it. But I really need to figure out these joysticks and see if I can mount them. Where did that go? Of course. The joysticks, I don't know. I haven't put them on, so I'm kind of. I mean, this is what they gave me. You know what I mean? It's. Oh, I don't want to lose that. It's basically just a joystick with a ball that goes on the end here, like any other arcade, except I don't know which way's up and down or left and right. I assume it sits like this, not like this, right? But there's no markings on the plate to tell me which orientation is up when I push up. And I can't find anything on the bottom for orientation either. I assume I'm just going to go and say this is probably the bottom because the plug's here. And I don't know if I can configure it after it's in there. I just don't want to have to go back and turn them over because I got them all upside down, which would be a super jip rip. But I mean, it is what it is at this point. It's just gonna, I just don't see anything on them that tells me this side up, you know? And I've looked over these things pretty thoroughly. So if this is up, then it mounts like that. And if it mounts like that, I got to get it right in the center of this. Kind of like this. You know what I mean? Now this is gonna be the tricky part, I think. The trickiest part of the whole deal. What's the leads like that go into the stick? There's no real way to check that ATAC. All these go into a controller board, like this system here with the buttons and the joystick. They all go into one of these. So inside, on the back of this, I'll have this mounted. I'll mount this. It's basically a controller card. So all the buttons will go into these, and then the joystick plugs into this. And these are different things. I mean, they all mean something, but on the diagram I'll have the buttons plugged in here, and then you know the controller plugged in there, and then I'll just plug a USB into the motherboard for this unit and call it unit 1 or 2 or whatever. But Yeah, there's no real way to check the orientation. I mean, I don't know if it would even. Maybe it would register it as a mouse. Daly's just sitting on the steps over here. If you guys are looking for her, she's just chilling right there. Right there. She's trying to get out. She's like, this is looking a little sketchy. I think I need to leave. But there's no escape. No escape. I guess I could technically plug it in to the controller, maybe? Let's see. Man, where's all the cords and stuff? That's not it. That's not it. These aren't it. Let me see if I can find the cords. And I'll see if I can plug it in. Oh, this is all different stuff here. This has nothing to do with it. Watch, they didn't even give me the lead lines. Oh, here they are. So I'll try to plug it in to the computer and just see what I can do. What's Lolly's hobbies besides baking? She does all kinds of stuff. Watercolors. Thank you, Bull. You heading out? Appreciate it. She does all kinds of stuff. She does calligraphy, watercolors. Oh man, I mean she's got a lot of stuff going on. She bakes. All right, we're gonna try to plug this in and see which way's up. Really don't know how this is gonna work out. So let's plug it into my. So I should just be able to plug this into the computer and push. Maybe if I highlight like some text or something, it'll recognize it as a like a controller or a mouse and move something. Let me plug it in here. Okay, I heard the beep. The lights are on. The lights are on. Let's see here. Let's try clicking here. Okay, that did nothing. What can I do that this will move? Huh. Any ideas? No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. It did recognize it as a device right away. Let's see. Do you think I have to be in a game? Honestly, it should. There shouldn't be any kind of program. I heard the. Nothing popped up. I wonder. Device manager? Yeah, it's plug and play. Mice and other pointing devices. Razor. Compliant mouse. Was one of these disappear when I pull this out? No? Something else. Yeah, it's not considered a mouse or pointing device. Keyboard? Monitor, network adapters, printer, print, document, software, storage. It's not a storage controller. Intel USB extensible host controller. Composite device. Human interface devices. Oh man, there's like a quadrillion. Game controller, firmware, display, disk drive, digital media, audio. I don't see anything for game controller. Storage. Nah, it doesn't have a disc. That'd be nice. Connect push buttons to K1 through 12. Connect joystick to output. Blah, 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 blah. All the configuration needs to be finished inside the emulator. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. The LED interface, blah, blah, blah. At the same time, the cable even if you are new, just entering the arcade video game console, you will also be blah, 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 blah. USB print terminal. Push button terminals. Joystick terminal. Blah, blah, blah. 5 is turbo mode. 4 2-pin joystick. 6 5-volt power terminals. 6 and 6 1 5-volt power terminals. So there's no software, but it does say connect the buttons, blah, blah, blah. There's no need to separate functions. Maximum, blah, 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 blah. Such as, blah, blah, blah. Other functions activate by push button. Da, 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 yada, 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 yada. Connect joystick to output slots. 5-pin, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Download emulator or other software to work with the controller. So, okay. Do I have drop launchbox on this rig? I don't think I do, because I wiped it not too long ago. Yeah, I guess I need to set it up in an emulator and then sort it out from there. So I don't really want to do that. I mean, not right this second. I want to get these things mounted so I can, I don't see any other, it's just these, which is the tops, and all the button wiring. No, I have a front end ATAC. I have the software. I just don't want to install it on my game rig because it's intensive. I'm gonna say that this is up. I think it mounts just like that because they put these controllers in the bottom. I think we're gonna go with that. I'm just gonna put them on. That way I can get the rest of it put together. If in worst case scenario, I just have to turn these over. So what I'll do is I'll just put 2 screws in it to keep it in place, and then I'll come back and sort it out. So let's get this flipped over. The trick is going to be getting these handles dead center here. I'm not sure how to get them centered. Because, oh, you know what I can do? I can put these hinges on if I flip this down, right? I'll flip these down like this. Get them lined up where I want them. That's about a 1/2 inch. That's about 3/4. So let's go 5/8. I still got about 3/4 there. Let's see what this side did. Oh, that's pretty close. Maybe just another tap. Like a hair of equality. That's close enough for me. I mean, how much closer can you possibly get it? How many of the push buttons you have left? I don't have any left. All the buttons are in. I hope they all work. What brand are the controllers? I don't know, man. I think there's EG Starts. EG Starts. That's the brand of the buttons and controllers. See it right there? EG Starts. Why? What do you need? I can get more buttons, easy. What do you need more buttons for? You just need one. Oh, man. Did I not flip that over? Hope it didn't move. Let me see here. Oh, it sure did. I moved it. This is all your fault, Tar. All your fault. You heard? Marking these out so I can get it picked up and marked. Oh boy, that's heavy. Whew. Drill a hole for the joystick to go through in the AR center. Check Discord. What am I looking for? Oh. A tutorial? This is madness. What is this tutorial? Shall we watch it? See, it is on the bottom. It's just exactly the way I was going to put it. Alright, we've got verification. What size is the hole? The hole for the joystick is gigantic. I mean, I had to countersink the squares and everything. Okay, so if that's the bottom and up, then I have to flip it to get them squared up. So he basically put these cables at the bottom, which is going to be towards the hole side. But see, when I put it in, I can't see the middle. So I just kind of got to put it in here and hope I'm in the center. And then square it up and hope it doesn't move. I mean, that's a lot of hopefulness, you know. The hole for the joystick, I made an inch and an eighth, I think. Oh, I must be crunching in the mic. My bad. I'm eating some chips. I forgot I had a mic in my face. Oh, the square, right? I was going to square it. So, I thought if I ran this down the front, right? And I square it up with this. That we could get it pretty square. What if I go over the hole like this, right? That'll give me center lines, right? Then what I can do is run a laser on it like this, and it should run right through the center of these two buttons. That should be the center mark of the joystick. So you got these two buttons. No, I don't even know if I don't even know I had the video on. Oh, well, that died. So I run through the center of these two buttons. That'll give me my joystick, but I got to make sure these are tight and centered before I do that. I think I got it figured out now. I think I got it figured out. If I can find my pliers. Gave you a headache? based on my button configuration, that should give me center. And then I just basically square up and eyeball the center of this one. I'm just gonna have to do this separately. That looks pretty good there. And then right about there-ish. It's pretty close. And then this is the bottom. So it'll go in like so. Well, that doesn't seem right, does it? Well, I guess it is. It's just way off to the side. Line those two up. Line that one up. And that should give me a center on the joystick. Or pretty close, I'd say. Alright, let's do some damage. See if we can't break something here. You know what? I could use square heads on this and run these shallow ones. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to be shallow enough. No way, that'll go all the way into the glass. I don't want to do that. I'll use these little square heads. These look pretty harmless. Let's see how deep these go. Yeah, it's barely. Maybe I should get little washers for that. I should probably get little washers for that. I wouldn't be too worried about getting them dead on because of muscle memory of bottom and they press up or down, left or right. That's true. That's true. What's up, LG? Sounds good, Tar. Yeah, I'm not gonna stress over getting them dead on. Let's just I need some small washers. I know I got some. I got a box of them here somewhere. Because I wanna gap them just a little bit more than the spacer there. Let me run out of the room real quick. I think I have a box of washers out in the other toolbox. Be right back. hoping to get someone to drop any food for her. That's right. Ain't gonna happen though. Ain't gonna happen. I didn't find the washers, but I did find smaller screws. I think these are shorter. I think those will be perfect. So we'll put these back. We'll use these. Which means I need to swap the head on the drill. Oh, where did it go? Aha. Oh, it's got the right one on it. See? It was meant to be. It was meant to be. Now I'm thinking I should probably pre-drill just so I don't wander with the screw. I don't want it to travel and then go all crazy crooked on me. So I'm just going to find the smallest bit that I have here. Smallest one I've got. Let's see here. Okay. Now, seeing how I'm pretty confident this is center, I'm going to go ahead and should I put 4 in it or just 2? Should I put 4 screws or just 2? Maybe just 2 in one in each corner, just to start. Four. They will take a beating. Yeah, but once I verify that they work, I'll go ahead and put 4 in it. Yeah, I might need an extension for this. I knew it was going to move. Yeah. Yeah, I think just 2's fine. Ah! Laser in my eyes. Man, that's pretty solid. Let's go ahead and do this one. Somewhere right there. What do I do with that other controller? Ah, here we go. Now, these at the bottom. Put these across. Line those up. Something like that. Puzzle jobs. Pretty green laser. All you have's a red. Yeah, this one's green. Helps show up on lumber a little better, I think. Yeah. Do I have an extension? Yes. Yes, I do. Two reds. Two down. Let's get the next one. Who is not on center? Okay, let's get this one opened up. Yeah. Oh, just short. Wires at the bottom. Line it up. Right about there. Yeah, I think when I get down to the final screws, I'll go ahead and put 6 in each one of these controllers, just because I know they're going to take a beating. Like, major beating. especially if it's like Mortal Kombat or something. If the kids are playing Mortal Kombat, and the grandkids are just going to be destructive on it. I mean, I would be. I'm not like saying it's not a good thing. It's what it's for, right? When I used to go to the arcade, you walk by and you slap the controller. You know, just is what it is. That's how you do it. Oh, come on. What is the biggest bullet you ever shot? Just 12 gauge shotgun. I haven't shot like 50 cals or anything like that. 12 gauge is probably the biggest gauge. The highest powered pressure power, maybe a 308 or something. You're into Monday ammo days? Don't worry, this controller, this build won't take long. Mostly it's just these getting this stuff centered and put together. The rest of it's pretty easy. I just need to build a computer, and you know, that's pretty much just like Legos. Build a computer, put it together. I don't even have to install software. Literally just going to install Windows on it and Launchbox. That's pretty much all that's going on it. My mind wants to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Is that an old commercial, right? For the Inquirer? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, the secrets. The gossip. The lowdown. Do they even have the Inquirer anymore? Bunch of alien babies and nonsense. Unless you like that kind of thing, I don't really know. I think it's all nonsense personally, but whatever. Tabloids, what do you call them? The tabloids? Is that the name of them? All right, got the controller settled. Now let's put the laser away here. That came in real handy. Just saw one the last time I went to the store for food. Really? What, do you remember what was on the cover? I bet it was something like outlandishly ridiculous. Like completely and totally like aliens responsible for COVID. They've reported that they're coming back to finish the job. They're coming back to finish the job. All right. I glaze over it really fast. Cool. Cool. All right, let's switch bits here. I'm going to take these hinges off. put them on here. Put them on here. Really? 3 or 4 of them? Unreal. Unreal. But I mean, whatever. If someone will buy them, I mean, might as well put them out there. I don't know why I put that drill away. I need it again. I need it again now. Forgot about these hinges. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 sets on too. Just to maintain some of the pressure. That reminds me, I can't use these long ones. I gotta use the shorties. Because these will go plumb through into the glass. Have I bled yet? Not on this build, but I'm not done yet either. Have to christen it with blood, right? I mean, if you don't bleed, it's not really a build. Gotta christen it with blood. Oh, you like that? Don't they call those yams? With the marshmallows and cinnamon sugar and wait, sweet potatoes with butter and sugar cinnamon. You don't put marshmallows on them? Or am I thinking about something completely and totally different? Which is not, surprising at all. Wouldn't surprise me anyway. If I was completely off about the whole thing. No. Just a straight up no is all I got. That's cool, Tar. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Just a straight up no. Like, what you talking about? I got 70 inches. The center is 35. So I'll put one at 4 foot. Actually, what's 70 divided by 3? 23? Half? Or quarter? Or half? 23 and a half? 70 divided by 3? I think that's a 3333333 multiplier. Yeah, it is. Because I always end up with 1. It's 23. I'll just put one at 23 on both ends. 23 is close enough. We ain't got to be precise. We ain't got to be precise. Yeah, 23, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 23, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Got it. Not a problem. Not a problem. I do like this. Hinge down. Hinge down. Okay, I got those right. Whew! Scared myself for a second. Just a second, though. Just a second. Not very long. Just a second. Yeah. Yeet. Yikes. 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 What did I lose before? What do you mean? A washer? I lost a washer a little bit ago, but I found it. Actually, I think Daly found it. She thought it was food, and I saw her sniffing something, and it turned out to be the washer. No, I don't think it was. I don't remember losing anything like that. Why? I don't think so. Alright, let's get this thing flipped around. Then I can have the hinges on it. This thing's going to get progressively more difficult to deal with, I think. Next to the backpack on the floor. Yeah, I found a couple screws there. A couple. Got yourself a good set of eyes there. Good set of eyes. Okay. Roger that. Good set of eyes, eh? Oh, you know what? I'll just go ahead and screw this one down. Well, the good news is the controller joysticks look fairly centered. Or close enough, anyway. They're not going to, like, hit the sides and whatnot. You know what I mean? They look like they're close enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and key these in. Let's go ahead and finish the hinges so this top don't wibble wobble anymore. I have great night vision too. Let's go. You'd be pretty good at Tarkov. Ouch. Ow. It hurt. Ah. These old eyes are not so good anymore. Oh, when you were young. Got it. And I'm starting to see things now. Hit my arm on that doohickey. You get it closer. Closer video here. What's up, Jiggly? Yeah, it is Jiggly, but I'm trying to get this arcade finished up. It's kind of cramping my space, so I'm putting some time in on it. I do have plenty of ammo to load though, so I need to get back in that too. I got thousands of rounds to reload over here. I'm getting closer. I got all the buttons and the joysticks installed. I Got them all fixed up. I'm not entertained, boo. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Apparently, not too many people are tonight. They just want to see the finished product. They don't want to see me tooling around in here. Tar's the only one that's been talking to me for a while now. ATAC was in here for a bit, but it's like, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning where he's at, so. If I was him, I'd go to bed. Alright, I got the hinges on. Finally. One last thing. Yeah. Ammo questions are flying. Now that should be fully hinged now. That should be fully hinged. Let's see if it works before I get crazy. In Japan, there are cat girls dressed as maids serving cold beer and laughing at all your jokes. And here you are. Well, whew. All right. Let's get the controllers finished up here. I think I got a bag of bits here, and the balls are over here. Now I was worried that the thickness of the glass and the wood topper would make these short, so I got extensions, though I'm not too sure about the extensions anymore because they might be too tall. I got joystick extensions. What color should player 1 be? I got green, basically the colors of the buttons. So blue, red, yellow, and green. So what's player number 1? Which color is that going to be? Ow. You need a joystick? Should we just make it blue? As in, you know, the first set of numbers? And then if we screw this on, is it too short? I don't know if it is or not. I mean, it feels fine as far as height. I don't know if I should use these extensions now. Oh, I dropped it. Blue, green, yellow, red. Why that order, though? Oh, that one's perfect. This one's just a little off to the side. What did I do with those other 2 discs now? Hate getting stuff separated. Here we go. Four inches is stick height standard. Really? Oh, that one's good. That one's slightly off as well. It's about a 1/4 inch, maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch off. That's okay though. All right. 4 inches? Okay. So let's see what we got here. 4 inches. Is that to the top of the ball? That's only 2. That's only 2 inches high. So if I was to put 2 1-inch extensions, then it would be 4. So let's see. I'll put 2 extensions together. Screw this on here. And screw this on here. Are you serious? That seems really high. That seems really high. That's still only 3¼ inches. There's no way it can be 4 inches tall. I don't know. I guess so. If you have your hand sideways. Play side-handed. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would plant my pinky on the table and then use my 4 fingers to navigate the ball for overextension and combos and stuff, you know? Well, we'll use the 2 extensions. We'll go ahead and use them. I'm going to make red over here. Take one extender off. No, it's fine. I'm just going to lose them anyway. Like, I have just enough to raise them all to 3½ or 3¼ inches. So I might as well just use them all. The worst thing that could happen is the kids, you know, bust the extension off or cinch the by leaning on it or you know, it gives them too much leverage basically is what I'm saying. Oh, why is this thing so far over to the side? You can't see nothing. When did that happen? Has it been like that for a while? No wonder everybody dipped out. I just think with it being so tall, they're gonna have too much leverage and like try to stick shift it into oblivion. Woo! We'll keep it as standard as we can. We'll keep it as standard as we can. There we go. Okay. Now I just got to figure out all the wiring and power. So, you know what I should do? I should put a restriction on this lid so it locks at a certain elevation. You know, I don't want to go past a certain degree. Why is it treat 10K now? She's fat. That's why. It's too high for me, but I guess they choose their own size. Oh, this? You talking about the control? Well, you know, like Jiggly said, if my hand's at the side here, it just hits the last finger. You know what I mean? I would say if it was any taller, it'd be just too tall. But with the joystick any shorter, you end up cupping the stick, you know, with your hand because you'd have to cup it, and that could just make for sweaty, like sticky gameplay when your hand has to drift. At least this way, your pinky's planted, and you have enough leverage to actually move it to maximum distance without moving your hand. If the ball was cupped and it was shorter, you'd be on top of it like this, and you'd have to move your arm would basically be moving the stick instead of, your fingers like this. You like it in your palm? Well, we'll just see how it works out, I reckon. I like that I can't see the pit when you move these discs around. Wish they were a little bigger. I could probably make bigger ones. So they're like, I just don't want them so big that they interfere with your hand. Maybe if you made them bigger, your hand would roll with the slider. But it's fine, really. I mean, who cares? Tar, I haven't been to an arcade in, I don't know, over 20 years, I guess. To absorb leverage, there's bumpers on the built-ins, Jiggly, underneath on here. There's restrictors. This clear plate is the restrictor, so it'll only go as far as I let it on these clear adapters. These like plates that are on the bottom. They'll keep the stick from cinching all the way over and busting the control that's underneath this. I can take this off, which gives you the springy, flippy, joystick where it goes brrr, but these are the restrictor on here is fine. It has just enough to actuate the button for each movement, but it doesn't let it go all the way over. I think what'll happen is if somebody really grabs a hold of this, it's going to either bust the shaft here or shatter that plate on the bottom. The only arcade I've done are the push coin ones. Oh yeah. Well, those aren't technically classified as arcades, are they? I mean, it's more like a gambling thing. I need to figure out some way to limit this lid from opening. And I know I have restrictor hinges somewhere. The question is, where are they? They're like little slider rods that would go in here. And they open and lock. And then you have to push the little arm to close it. And I bought these so I could latch down the top in case somebody grabs a hold of it. But the problem is I put a lip on the bottom of the top. So there's a lip here. It's about, an inch deep. So this is a flush plate lock that I can't, they're, not going to work. I do chains on either side in springs. I thought about chains, but I don't want it to come slamming down on somebody's fingers either. I mean, in reality, nobody should be lifting this open to do anything on the inside because all the wiring and stuff is going to be on the inside. But if I have to get in there, I mean, I guess I can just prop it up. Like, I don't know, just prop it up with something. It's not like I need anything. Just something to hold it, basically. Piece of wood or a box so I can get to the wiring. think I'm going to put these in here just to give it some stability. They had to shut him down. Why would they shut him down? Oh, really? What are you doing, Jiggly? Would these work? Let me see. Oh, that would be so sick. I mean, air shocks? Are you kidding me? Oh, dude, they're $13? But what's the gap on them? 8 ounces? I don't know. I think the lid might be a little heavier than 8 ounces. Oh, 22 pounds per strut. 2 struts included. Length, hole center of center hole, 10 inches. Travel length, 3. It only travels 4 inches? Hmm. Would 4 inches be enough? I'll try them out. I mean, for 12 bucks. Shoo. Shoo, man. Shoo. 22 pounds each, 44 pounds. I think that would be fine. What's up, Jim Bro? Working on the old arcade box, trying to get her done. I think I'll give these a go, Jiggly. I'll give them a go, eh? Oh, it's asking me for all kinds of OTP stuff. How late am I going, Jim Bro? What time is it? 9:30? About another hour and a half, maybe? Trying to get this arcade box kind of finished up here. Need to figure out where to mount some of this stuff. I think I might put this in the front here. I certainly don't. Well, maybe like right here. Of course, when I open the lid, I don't want it to punch the controls, so maybe not. We'll figure it out. It's looking good. It's actually looking like, well, I just piled a bunch of junk on it, but let me clear it off here for you. Yeah, yeah. It's a little bit shiny. got a bit of a glare to it on the camera, but there it is. It's not too bad looking. It's a little dusty, but I can clean up later. I'm going to put this in the back. That way you can just plug a TV straight into it. And then I'm going to put a set of these out the front so you can plug a mouse and keyboard into it if you want, and actually use the system as a computer, because it's basically going to be a computer. But it's going to run emulators and be good enough to do the do. You know what I mean? Do the do. Why did I have two of these? Where's my other one? I had one that was a HDMI and USB. It might be in the closet somewhere. I don't know. I got stuff piled up all over the place here. Anyway, I just put the hinges on so I can get this thing open, and then I've got to, I got to finish this up and put graphics on it, repaint the bottom here where I scuffed it a bit, get this repainted, wire all the buttons, make sure they're all tight and turned the right way. Really, the only ones I have to worry about are the player buttons and the coin buttons. These. But yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I need to prop this up so I can do some interior work. Unless I can rotate it all the way to the back somehow. Let's see here. Let's see where it ends up. Oh, it's going to touch my desk. I don't want to do that. I think it's going to snap the hinges. It's pretty heavy. It's a pretty heavy lid. What's up, Mountain? Yeah, we're getting there, man. We're getting there. I got all the buttons in. Just stacked the joysticks on. So now I'm going to start putting the guts in it. And I'm thinking I should probably dress up the housing before I start putting the goodies inside. I got this, I don't know if I'm going to put the audio controller in it, because you'll basically, I don't know if I need it. I was going to put a sound controller in it and some speakers on the exterior of it, but I don't think I really need this, because if you're plugged into the TV's got a sound bar or its own audio. I just don't know if I need to use this. You're in love. Let's go. Yo, ERCA20 coming in live with a rate of 8. Let's go. How you guys doing tonight? Working on the old beatbox here, trying to get it up and running. I got pieces and parts flying around all over the place. I think I'm gonna put these. I got these two, and I'll probably put them on the bottom of each end so they blow air through the inside. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that, guys. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I appreciate the kind words, guys. It's my first one, and I mean, I've learned a few things what not to do. Obviously, I got a top. I was worried about it being flimsy, and I got a top that was way too thick. So I had to countersink all the buttons and joysticks, and that was a big. That took longer than was necessary. So yeah, I got too thick of a top. But I got extensions for the controllers, and we were kind of having a discussion about it earlier because they feel a little tall, but then if you play with your hand on the side like this, then you can move the controller without moving your hand. And our thoughts, well, my thoughts and others were if the ball is too low, you're going to want to cup the ball with your hand to move it, and you're going to have to move your hand to do it rather than have articulation like this without having to move your hand. So we're just going to leave them tall. I'm just afraid the kids might grab a hold of it and break the joysticks off. Yeah, yeah. I was worried this wasn't really going to come out, and I really did this as a temporary deal, because this is just a paper printout underneath it. I was going to use vinyl and do a like really intricate graphic and all that stuff, but I think it came out okay. I'm just going to leave it, you know. I think it came out just fine. Now, if it starts to fade or discolor, then I'll take the clear top off and I'll redo it in vinyl, but you know, it looks good enough in paper to have joysticks of each height. I mean, I can change these in an instant. They literally screw apart, and there's multiple extensions on each joystick, so you can change the height of it within, you know, 2 inches of each one. I can even drop it straight down to the ball if I wanted. Like if the grandkids are on it and the stick is just too tall, I can unscrew it and lower them down so they're smaller for them. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put these big bad 200s. I think I'm gonna put them like on the sides here. I'm gonna put one like right here, and I'm gonna put one like over here on the ends, so that I can have one blowing and one sucking and one blowing, so the air goes straight through this box, and that way I don't have to penetrate for the. I'm gonna put this on a pedestal, like a Z shape, and the Z is gonna go back, and then the foot panel is gonna come back up. So if you're in a chair, your knees don't hit the bottom of it, so it'll be like a Z shape. And I should really get all this stuff out of here while I have it open, because I'm going to start putting... I think I'm just going to put the motherboard in the middle here. It really depends on the cooler. I need to start stacking those so I can figure out where exactly... Yeah, that works out. I'll just leave it like that. Where exactly the... oh yeah, SSD as well. Let's see how much clearance I have. I'm going to put this stuff on the floor here. Little bits and pieces, and just put them in the box. How many tape measures do I need? It just depends. I need a whole lot of them, that's for sure, because I keep misplacing them. I'm like the worst. I got these old shelf brackets out of the shed, and I figured I could probably just run them on the back corners here just for a little more strength and stability. So I kind of put those there for now. Put the fans here. Start doing the interior layout here. They can change the height. Yeah. So, I don't think I'm going to use the sound controller. I mean, I could just mount it inside and lift the top if I wanted to turn it up and down. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to have speakers built into it yet. I think I'm just going to put that on the side until... If it becomes a standalone thing and it has a monitor with no speakers, then I'll consider putting speakers in it. Got a little bit of ballistics RAM here. I figured I'm going to have quite a few USB ports, so I got an expansion card to slap in it. It gives me another handful of controller ports for the for USB. So there's that. This is the motherboard I got for it. Now I really need to get this thing mounted in here, but I need to check a few things as far as how tall this cooler is, because I was originally planning on putting all of this into the pedestal, which is obviously like the size of a cabinet, and it gives me a lot more playroom. But if I can just mount it all in here, then I won't have to run extension cords for all of these to reach down in there. It will just be, you know, they'll all just be plugged in right here, and I can have them spun up in the back. But I do need to put stand-ups on here to get it mounted. And I don't think I really need... Ooh, that pin's bent. You see that? That's not a good sign. I wonder what else is bent on here. I mean, it's not... It's probably just an RGB controller, but this pin is bent right here. See that? It says, I can't even read it. Micro print. ADD header. It's probably just for graphics. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. LEDs or whatever you want to call them. RGB header. Let me just examine this real quick. Oh, that's smushed too. Not a good sign. Oh, that got a little dinged up. Those pins look okay. Tough gaming, huh? I already found two things that are... This little coil here was pushed out of alignment. There's a little coil down there for the onboard sound. Nothing wrong with the additional supports. Surely that just happened during packing. Yeah, well, you know, and the thing is, I bought this so long ago that even if something's wrong with it, I doubt if I could do anything about it, because I bought all of this stuff like a long time ago, but when I was starting to collect all the little bits and pieces and buttons and stuff. I'm thinking I should probably mount this. Oh, you know what? I wish this had a boot button on it. I'll have to manufacture a front header for this so I can have on and off switches on the box somewhere. 'Cause I'll have to... I think I have some standalone switches for power and you know, reset and all that stuff. But sometimes these boards come with a test button that turns it on and off, and I don't have to mess with the front switches. But I don't see one on this. This is a pretty basic motherboard. Like I said, I only got it just to run the arcade, so it's extremely basic. It's the B365M Asus, so there's no like whistles or nothing else. It's just got onboard Wi-Fi, basically. That reminds me, I need to run a RJ45 pin connector plate to the back as well. Maybe I'll mount it like this, because I don't really need anything towards the top of the board. There's no connector plugs, unlike, you know, over here I've got SATAs on the side, I've got all the USB headers on the bottom, then I've got the whole back end here to play with. So if I just stick it in there like that... Man, what's sticking off the bottom? The CPU plate? Man, that thing's sticking off there like 1/4 inch. It's making the whole board rock. I'm going to have to put standoffs on here. Now the big question is, how big is this stupid cooler? Do not tell them I have a later version. I have no doubt. I mean, I bought this on the cheap just to, oh my goodness. I don't know if this will work. I may have to put it all in the pedestal because this cooler is the size of the Empire State Building. I mean, it is just ridiculously tall. I don't even think I could stand it up in here without it hitting the top. Look at that. Look at it. Are you kidding me? I don't even think I can stand it up in here with no board. Heck no. It sticks up above it too, at least 1.25 inches. Okay, well. What if I cut it in half? What if I cut it? Can I mount it sideways? No, I can't really do that. The board's got to stick up. Okay, well, I didn't really want to, but I'm going to have to put it in the pedestal. But that's fine too. That means I just got to cut a hole here for all the wires to go down to the motherboard that's going to be inside the pedestal unit. And put it down in there and make the pedestal thick enough to hold this stupid thing. Well, I mean, what are they trying to cool here? I mean, this was a cheapo too. What is this thing anyway? What kind of cooler did I get here? Why didn't I just get a Zalman low profile or something? That is your cooler? You have this thing? The Deep Cool Gamax 400. Maybe I'll put this up for a giveaway and get a small one. Oh, I should just get a Zalman low profile flat cooler. It's not like it's going to get hot. It's going to be emulating consoles. And give this away. Could run this as a giveaway. Is that how it came packed? Oh, wait, what's in here? What's in this box? Is this all the mounting brackets and jazz? Oh, this is all the mounting stuff, the springs and garbage. Oh, man. Not what I was hoping for. Not what I was hoping for. That's okay. I'll use a stock or something. Stock cooler. No big deal. Put that to the side. It came with the build. Oh, man. Oh, that's why you wanted the liquid block. No, I get that. I get that. That thing's a monster. Thing is so big. So if I'm going to get a smaller cooler, well, I got to consider a graphics card too, right? Is your graphics card, your GPU is going to stick up. It's going to stick up a pretty good height here. Should I just put it in the pedestal? That way I have clearance? Because if I mount it in here, I'm pretty much stuck to this 6 inches. Minus the standoffs for this. So you're looking at, what, 5 1/4? That's pushing it real close for a GPU. Especially if you get like a 2070 or 2060 or something. It's going to be too fat. What's up, Smallpox? So I guess we'll just we'll shift gears and I'll go ahead and start mounting these controller boards to the lid. I'll put all this back because I can't put it on, obviously. What happened to that box? Where's the box? Here it is. Stuff. Lots of stuff is going on, Smallpox. Lots of stuff. You hot tubbing it tonight? Smallpox. Guys, if you don't know Smallpox, he's in chat. He just waved hello. He's one of our hot tub streamers. If you like that sort of thing. It's her birthday? Oh, and you're telling me now, Smallpox? Really? I see how it is. Making us all look bad. Making us all look bad. That's cool, man. That's cool. That's cool. Make us all look like we don't care. Like we're just some bad people. I think I'm going to mount these at the bottom of each header like this, pointed towards the center. Let's find some screws, though. They didn't give me any screws with this thing. I got to find them small enough to fit that. All right. Not a problem. Not a problem. Maybe I can use those. She had a very nice weekend in San Diego. Oh, that's right. You did take care of her. Well, those are too big. Well, I need some very, 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 very tiny screws here. Why did they make these holes so small? I think this is all Smallpox's fault. I mean, that just feels right to blame him because, you know, he's an easy target. And that's what you got to aim for sometimes. Easy targets. Yeah, this just isn't going to work out. These things are so tiny. What, are you supposed to bolt these things? Surely you're not supposed to bolt them. I don't want to put a big screw in it and break it. Well, those are too small too, I bet. Yeah, let me just try one. I guess I got them anyway. I went to the manufacturer and demanded they send you the one with the small holes. Glue them? I'm not gluing anything like that. Nope. Nope. We don't glue them. Oh, man. I don't even think this is going to work. I got the smallest screw I have, and it's still a little tight, so I'm afraid when I start putting it in, it's going to split the PCB. Oh. Well, it went in. Definitely is not the right size, but I only need to put a few screws in it. It's not like I need to break records here with torque. Although I can already hear you guys saying, break the records. Break the records. The motherboard had I have all that stuff, Smallpox. The problem is I originally was gonna put the motherboard inside the pedestal that all of this sits on, so there's like a cabinet underneath. That gives me a lot of space to play with. The problem is I got this monster of a cooler, and I was thinking that I could just put the motherboard inside here, right? Instead of putting it in the bottom, and that way everything's just in this top piece. But the cooler's so big, it's taller than the space that I allowed myself. So now I gotta just put it in the bottom, which is fine. I mean, whatever. It was my original plan anyway. I just thought it'd be cleaner if I could put it in here. I don't want to do is drive these so deep that they go into my glass. Because that would be bad. Be very, very bad. Very, very bad. I heard a crack. You didn't hear squat diddly. Wasn't no crack. Might be smoking crack, but there ain't no crack. Not on this one. There was a little crunch on that. There's a little crunch, but nothing major. It was probably just, you know, just stretching. Just stretching a little bit. There's a little bit of a crunch on that one. They want me to take a pic of my motherboard. That does not have a screw I need for the M2 drive. What good would that be? Why would they want a picture of the motherboard for a screw for the M2 drive? It's like, that's obviously a cut and paste response, because whoever sent you that response doesn't know anything about computers. I mean, what's up? It's ready, Cave. It's ready. No, I'm still wiring, buddy. I'm still wiring. I got all of the buttons installed. I got the joysticks in. I'm putting the controller card boards for the buttons and joysticks now. And then I've got to start finishing off the bottom here and building the pedestal. So I got to get the pedestal manufactured next, and then I can move this onto it. But it's close. It's closer. Have you seen the top yet? I got the hinges on it, so I can just like drop it down here. Looks pretty cool. I think it's gonna work out pretty good. Unless Taffy says so. I'm not coming down again until it's ready. Oh, ouch. Yeah, it came out pretty good. Came out pretty good. If I, you know, I might just get another cooler. If I get a low profile, I think the dangerous point about it is, do I have enough space for a graphics card with the motherboard and a graphics card? Because if I mount everything and then put a graphics card in it and it won't close, I'm gonna be like really not happy with it at all. Because that means I'll have to take it apart, drill a hole in the bottom here, go into the pedestal unit, and remount the whole system, and then, you know, obviously run the wires and stuff. But I mean, it's not a destroyer of my plan, but I'd rather it not. The trick, I guess, I need to get a graphics card and put it on the motherboard and see if I can put standoffs in this board and then mount the motherboard and still have it close. That also kind of limits my options, because what I want to do eventually, I mean, this is good for now, but eventually I want to put a trackball right here, a 3-inch trackball. That way you can play like Centipede, or you know, with the old school trackball in the middle. You could play like Defender, or you know what I mean? Yeah, those old games where all you had was the big ball in the middle that you move around with a few buttons. Golf, stuff like that, bowling. My total available height on the inside, I think, is like 5 1/4 inches. It's not much, because I didn't want a huge thing here, you know. Total available space, I'm looking at 5 1/4 inches without anything. So it's 5 1/4 in here from lid top to floor, and then I have to put the motherboard in there, so you're only looking at like I don't know, 4.5 inches, that's going to be really, really iffy. Even if I got a low profile 1060 or something, like a really low end graphics card, because I only need to push Wii games, technically. I mean, if I wanted to play, like, I don't know, modern games on it, which it can do. It's going to be an i5 motherboard with, I think, what, 32 gigs of RAM or something. It's basically going to be a computer, so it'll be limited to the graphics card of what it can do. Now, if I want to play like modern games, like, I don't know, Warzone or Fortnite or New World, or you know what I mean, like Cave comes over or Smallpox comes over, and they're like, all I need is a system. They can play on this. They just plug the keyboard and mouse into it and go ham. But um, it'll be limited to the graphics card that it has, and graphics cards are a little bit hard to come by right now. They are a little bit hard to come by. I'd say probably more than a little bit. Should I just put that right there? No, it's a little closer. Let's go right there. Don't want to get too crazy with the torque on this little board. Centipede, yeah. So, but you need the trackball for that. If I come over, all you will need is a Sound Blaster Pro. Well, I have a sound unit. I have a Kinter amp. It's only stereo, but I could, if the TV doesn't have audio, I could use this. It's just your basic stereo controller, but I'd have to put speakers on here, and I don't know if I'm gonna even bother with it. It's kind of like I'm changing things as I go. He'll go Hulk smash on the buttons. Maybe I should order a few more JIC in case somebody goes postal on the buttons. Because we can't be having that. That's to say all these buttons actually work. Because some people were saying that they got a few buttons that didn't even work. So once we get it all plugged in, we'll find out if they work or not, I guess. Because they might not. I might have one or two DOA buttons, Who knows? Who knows? We'll only know eventually. We'll only know eventually. Plug this in. Now these are the controller boards for the buttons and joystick. They're USBs. So all of the buttons and joysticks will plug into these boards. And then a USB cord will go to the motherboard, and then I'll assign it player 1, 2, 3, 4 controller. It'll basically look like a game controller to the computer, and I'll just assign it 1, 2, 3, and 4 based on its configuration. And then once we put Launchbox on the system, from there we can assign it an actual position and button settings for each console. Let's see. That's that. That's that. Let's start plugging it in. So each one of those takes that bundle. Bundle. And each one of these is a joystick. So, let me get some cutters. Where are my cutters at? Why'd they end up way back there? So we take these cutters off. Now this goes in here. I think. There it goes. And then this. Oh, that's a stretch. Was not counting on that being so far. Or so short, I guess. I barely reached over there. That's good, though. I guess less slack, right? Hope that reaches. Good night. Might have to move that board up. Goes a little bit far, I think. Little bit far. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna reach. It looks like it barely. I mean, that's pulling on the cord too. Well, if it works, it works. Google says a low-profile graphics card standard is less than 3.2 inches in height. That's true, Cave. That's true. I looked at it and got a good diodes on it, which made me happy. Oh, which GPU did you get? What brand is your GPU, Tar? Did you get a Gigabyte? I don't really like Gigabytes. They never... Like, I've had multiple problems with them. With that their stuff. You know, that brand. I'm not saying it's bad. It just doesn't have a good track record, history, or whatever with me. Okay, let's see here. I gotta find out. Looks like we're using these. That's the 5-pin, 2-pin joystick function button slots. So we're looking at select start would be 4th and 5th over from the side. Number 2, K1 through 12 push button terminals. So looks like select and start. Start would be the coin button, 3 over from the controller slot would be the coin button. Okay. 3 over. What, did they give me these in bundles? Oh, man. They gave me a couple Lucy's. They gave me 3 Lucy's. Why did they give me 3 Lucy's? Maybe in case one breaks? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. The brands I usually use are Sierra Interplayer Square. A 3070 GTX? Wow. Big spender. Better to barely reach. Yep. Westwood is also a winner. I'm not talking about those, Cave. Okay, coin button. That's our start button. So 3rd over from the left. Start button. Right there. So that's coin. And it's done. Go to the next coin. Should all be this side. Should be. And 3 over. They gave me some loose ones there too, right? 3rd over, 3rd over. Coin. It's the left side, right? Yep. Coin here. 3 over. 1, 2, 3. Coin button. Make sure that's straight. Straight enough. Straight enough. Oh, look. They just gave me 3 bands on this one. Somebody must have taken these apart then, like that, to give me 3 loose ones. Button. Are we going to see any cup holders added to this beauty? Honestly, Jim Bro, there's plenty of surface area for cups. I made it big enough, and then viewers suggested when I was putting the top on to just leave it flat. So I mean, there's plenty of surface here for cups and nachos and hot dogs and popcorn and sodas and cold drinks and beverages and, you know, stuff. Stuff. We like stuff around here. Stuff. Like Pox. Pox like stuff. Okay, so that's start. Select is 1 over number 4 next to it. So this would be select, would be the player select. Why is that not going in? Is it just hard? No, just hard. Plug this in there. All right. Done. Select here. Goes in here. One, two, three, 4. 4, 4. 4 score and 7 buttons ago. Look, these are separated now. Inconsistent. Inconsistency. And this one goes here. Let us know when Fuzz Inc. is ready for beta testers. Well, I got to get the whole front end installed and then get all the ROMs loaded. So that's probably going to take, I don't know, a couple days at minimum. Because you're talking it's got to download the metadata for like 28,000 games. In actuality, I probably won't put that many on here. I'll probably put like the main system, Super Nintendo, Nintendo Genesis, TurboGrafx, Super 64, you know, all of the mainstream consoles that we grew up with. I don't think I might put some Atari on here. I'm definitely going to put all the MAME and arcades on here. Like, 1942, stuff like that. All the old arcade games, Heavy Metal, Heavy Barrel, Contra. That's kind of a play because when you type in Contra, it's going to come up on arcade and console in multiple different variations. Now, what does this classify for buttons? Like, what would buttons classify as? Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, like button 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we'll just go down the line. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and put them in 1, 2, 3, 4. If they even reach. Yeah, I got TurboGrafx. Yeah, Golden Axe, all that stuff. I got it all. Altered Beast. I do want to play some Golden Axe on here. I miss playing that old school game. That was a really good one. I used to pump some quarters in on that Golden Axe, especially when those little imps started dropping those potions. Like, gimme, 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 gimme. Want to level up. Want to drop that screen wide lightning or whatever. The mega nuke, the dragon breath blast that the one guy does. I'm gonna have to separate these. It's just too hard to tell what I'm doing. Pretty sure that dragon head coming in the side. And then you're like, what, you first realize that you're actually walking on a turtle. You're like, dude, this is a turtle. Dude, it's so cool. Ah, good times. 2, 3, 4. I used to play a lot of Narc too. I don't know if anybody remembers Narc. Super C. Super Contra. I'm live on YouTube again? I don't understand that, Tar. I don't have anything that points to that. I don't know why it's going to that. Maybe somebody's hosting me or something, but that doesn't make any sense. It's weird. It's kind of troublesome too, because it's like, hey, why are you live on that? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. Nothing I have is even going over there. I don't even have like alternate multi-stream anything. Kind of weird. I do play reruns on. Are you sure it's live? Because I play reruns on there 24 hours after I stream. But whatever. I mean, nothing I can do about it. Not gonna end my stream because it wants to bounce me to that. It's kind of silly. Just turn it off if you don't want it on. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plugging in the buttons on YouTube. That's weird. Like, why wouldn't it have started when I started my stream? You know? Why does it just all of a sudden go live over there? That makes no sense at all. No sense at all. Whatever. It's apparently not doing much good anyway. Alright, that's another one plugged in. Now all these buttons should light up with power. These things flip around and go in reverse when they switch to this side. My 5-second delay, really? Ragnarok. What's up, Reaper? What's up, Reaper? How you doing, my friend? You still kicking it live? Wait a second. This goes here. Third button. See, I'm getting backwards. With pourings? Doing good. What you got going on? This is an arcade cabinet I'm trying to build out. Check it out. I just now got all the wiring and stuff put in today. I got the buttons done, the top done. Trying to get these boards wired in so I can start working on the pedestal bottom. But yeah, worked out. Looks pretty good. Not too bad. I'm rather pleased with it so far. I mean, for the most part, for being my first one, I'm not completely done with it. I gotta clean all this up down here and then put another set of graphics there and then put the pedestal together and put set of graphics on it. But I think I'm going to use vinyl on the bottom half and just like glue it to the board rather than try to pin it with glass. Though I'm thinking I might put glass on the front here and maybe put vinyl with light behind it or something so it's backlit kinda. I don't know. I'm working on that. Still haven't quite got there yet. Just used to playing currently guitar. Ultima games. So we're just working on some wire in here. Trying to get all the button configurations wired and then I can start doing the pedestal. Fallout? I've played all the Fallouts. Talking to me or Cave? Cave. Cave doesn't like Fallout. He doesn't play that game. He said it's a bots game. He doesn't like anything to do with Fallout. He said, no, not Fallout. The game's not for me. Play them and anyone who asked. I asked you to play some Fallout and you told me no. You were like, nah, I don't play that stuff. Those games are full of vile creatures and evil. I actually really like the Fallout way they do the aiming with the action points. in the bullet cams and everything. They really did a good job with that one. Really enjoy that. Those super mutants can be some real powerful dudes, though, I tell you that. You ever play Torment, Cave? Or Tar? The RPG? Planescape, yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty good story, the first one. I haven't played the second one. The first one was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good storyline. It was a little weird at first, but it's kind of cool. All those old isometric RPG styles. Pretty good stuff. Icewind Dale. Pools of Radiance. Though Pools of Radiance, it was good, but it was buggy as all get, man. Like you had to frequently save Pools of Radiance because you just get stuck. You just get it bug out and you get stuck. Would you believe me if I said no? Yeah, I would think you would have checked it out by now. That's a good one. I think I still have Pools of Radiance and Icewind Dale on DVD or CD up here somewhere. Two Worlds. Is that it? Oh, what about this one? Have you guys ever played this one? Here I'm gonna pull this one down. This is an old one here, baby. How about this one? Oh, CDs just popped out. Huh? What about this one? You guys ever play that one? This is the collector's edition. Oh, the collector's edition. Really? You never played this one? This one really reminds me of that game Cave that we still haven't gotten anywhere on. Oh, what's it called? Out something. Outward. Yeah. Yeah, Outward. This really reminds me of Outward. Yeah. This was an old school crawler. Hard. Boy, this game was hard. It was unforgiving and difficult. Unforgiving and difficult. If you haven't played it, you should probably check it out. I mean, it's old, but it's worth a play. It's worth a play. I know I have Icewind Dale. Dragon Shard. Dungeons and Dragons Dragon Shard. Uh, Man, I got rid of so many of these. Neverwinter Nights. Fate, Dungeon Siege. Time Shift. Pools of Radiance book. The official strategy guide. Huh? Boy, there's a lot of stuff in there. Huh? Unforgiving means before the year 2K. Ouch. Shots fired. Shots fired. What is this? Pools of Radiance? Oh, this is the book. Hey, you remember this? Now this will tell you about games. When we used to play games, they used to actually give you a book for the game with explanations. You know what I mean? A paper book that you'd have to keep with explanations and I mean now what do you get? PDF that you have to go and find somewhere on somebody else's website. Look at that. They give you spell charts and I mean, come on. What happened to the paperbacks and stuff? What's this? Oh, this is it. I think this is actually it. Oh, this is the game manual for Baldur's Gate 2. Baldur's Gate 2. This actually came with quick reference cards and stuff. Man, these were actually really useful. Good stuff. Why do I keep these? I have no idea. Just call me a hoarder. I can't part with them. They're like nostalgia, you know? You don't see them anymore. You ask somebody today, you're like, hey, do you have the game book for that? No. What's a game book? What's a game book? You know, the book that you get in the box with the game. Oh, I just bought this digitally online. Ain't no more books and boxes. You just get a code. It's the age of codes. Here's a serial number. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing cuz man, it's convenience is a great thing. You know? You don't have to go to the store and stand in line to get your release. You can pre-order. You already have your copy. You just pre-download. You have your stuff. You know what I mean? But I do miss the books and the boxes and you know, you get to open it up and install it and you know, all that stuff. But the convenience of online purchases and stuff does have its perks. Certainly makes things instantaneous. Now, what I don't like about old games is what Cave is doing right now, where you have to physically have a book and turn to page 3 and give me the first the word or the fourth sentence on page 86 or whatever. I never did like those game lock things. It's like that was a bad way to keep the game from being copied. I don't like that. The cloth maps, I'm still crying not getting any. Oh, really? You didn't get any? Now you get to be a part where it takes more than 20 seconds to find the solution to people just look it up. That's right, Cave. That's right. Maves gave you manuals that were almost as epic as the games. Yep. Yeah, you just look it up. It's like, what do we do here? I don't know. Just Google it. Standing in line, the people around me would talk about epic things expected from the game. Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's a bygone age, Cave. That's I don't think you'll ever see that again. Not with today's generations of instant gratification. It's just not a thing. Ah, the Temple of Elemental Evil. Remember this one? This was a good one. This was a pretty good one. I mean, this is a more of a modern esque style of the game. I don't think this one was very old. I mean, it was still back in the CD-ROM era, but I think this is one of the more newer versions. I have some cloth maps, but they're boxed up. I don't think I have any out here, except for maybe an EverQuest 2 map. Cloth maps. Icewind Dale. What is this? Ah! Oh no, this isn't a cloth map. This is Icewind Dale. Quick reference card with I guess this is a map inside? Oh no, I'm sort of afraid to unfold these nowadays because they're so... Oh, no, it's the EverQuest 2 map. What's it doing in there? That's weird. EverQuest 2 map. Huh. Weird. I have Elemental Evil in line to play with Willow when she gets a bit older. Same with Pools of Raid. Cool, man. That'll be good. Good stuff. Pools of Radiance, Ruins of Draenor. Diablo 2. What is this? Neverwinter Nights. I never really cared for Neverwinter Nights. I don't really I wasn't really attached to Neverwinter Nights. I think it just got too out of the grasp of the old school. It was more of a hack and slash to me, I guess. Yeah, I didn't like it either, Cave. I mean, in comparison to the quality of the games before it, the Neverwinter Nights, just like meh. Yeah, I did get two. I did get two. The first one was meh. Yeah, I still have them right here. Dragon Shard. Oh, Diamond. Yeah, I have these old school. Huh. I do remember this one. I do remember this one. This one, not so much. RPG. Finally, your RPG collection is complete. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. It's complete. Look, this is what you get. Look, this is what you get, guys. If you buy a modern game and you think, yes, I'm getting, this is what I want. I want the big time edition with the case and the books and everything. This is what you get. This is what you get. What? Oh, it's a paper disc with a code on it. Huh? Like, seriously? That's a paper disc with a code on it? That's what you get nowadays? Come on, people. Talk about cheaping out. Can't even give me a CD. Whenever I need to make a villain in my homebrew games. Well, like I said, Cave, a bygone age. I'll be surprised to see anything like that story. I think I'm wired here. What time is it? About that time? Yeah, about 22. I think I'm done with this. I guess I need to start cleaning up the bottom here. And then I need to make a hole in the bottom of here to run these wires down to the computer in the sub base, in the pedestal. I could watch you bring back the golden age all day. That's a good way to put it, too. The golden age. When games were games. Then you can hear all the kids these days going, those games were terrible. Really? Really? Did you even play it? I don't have time to play. That takes too long. Yeah. Yep. Takes too long, doesn't it? That takes too long. It takes too long to level up. What do you want to level? You want to max level overnight? You want a meta build? Max level overnight. I'm putting these old I have these old shelf brackets that I found in the shed. I'm putting them on the back corners just for a little more stability, a little more strength. What's up, Hansy? Have you seen the top, Hansy? Where all the buttons are? How you doing, my friend? Just in case you guys are wondering, I am not stripping the heads out of these screws. I have the clutch turned down so I don't strip out the screw in the wood, and that's what you're hearing. No? Oh, check it out. Huh? Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Got me a little logo on it. I'm ready for some 1942. A little bit of Ninja Turtles, 4-player Ninja Turtles. It's fancy. Yeah, I gotta do a little more fine-tuning work on the bottom half of it there. It's a little rough, but I'm probably gonna. I have some more glass, so I might put glass across the front here with another set of graphics. But I'm gonna try to find more of a multicade collage of characters that I can paste across here, and then the pedestal's gonna go down underneath it, and it's gonna be kind of a Z-shaped pedestal, so you don't hit your knees on the front if you're sitting on a chair or something. It'll have a bit of a kickback to it, so it'll look like a letter Z, and then it'll sit here, and then this will mount to it and lock to it, and then you know, we'll have graphics here, graphics on the front, and we'll fire it up and see exactly what we can get done. Oh, dude, RC Pro-Am or what's it called? I'll make it a point to be there. You'll cruise down on the debut. We'll play some arcades all night long. Pew, 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 pew. Gauntlet 4-player, that's a good one, Tar. It's a good one. RC Pro-Am's a good one. Oh man, there's so many 4-players. I really want to put a trackball here, but I'm thinking maybe just a USB trackball that I can put on top, like if anybody even gets to those games like Centipede and stuff, so you can have the trackball here. I've seen so many build layouts that actually have a built-in trackball, but honestly, I don't know if I'd use it that much. I may just get a USB trackball and stick it here and use that for like Vectrex and stuff. Gauntlet is a good one. Sunset Riders, what's that? I don't think I'll have any gun games, like the arcade gun games, I don't think I'll put any of those on there because what are you gonna do? How are you gonna do it? So yeah, it's not a gun game. Okay. At least not on the SNES. How many hours on this project? Oh, dude. I don't know. 8 so far? I tell you what, the top, cutting the glass, putting all the holes in it, that was the hardest part. The rest of this is just dropping stuff in and getting things centered. Like I had to figure out the controllers. I'm still not 100% sure that I've got the joysticks in the right orientation. Like when I push up, it might go down, and I'll have to flip these over. But I think they're set right. They didn't have an arrow on them or anything, which I find is kind of weird. But I think I have them set correctly. So all these go to the controller boards. The controller boards are USB. They'll go down to the computer. I've got some exterior mounted lines like these. So I'm going to put these on the front for additional USB ports. I'm going to mount these like right here in the front. That way, if you want to plug in a mouse and keyboard, you can just plug it in right here and have you a mouse and keyboard and still use it, because it's basically a computer, and you can play, I don't know, anything on it. If I needed an extra computer, put those on there. You know, stuff. I'm telling you, that's kind of why I'm doing it, Hansy, so my grandkids can, because you ask the younger generation today, you're like, you know what an arcade? They don't know what an arcade is. They don't have the experience of being in an arcade with all the games blasting and people yelling and there's lines, and you put your quarter on the game for the next, for your lineup. You put your quarter up there. I'm next. I got next game. Stuff like that. They'll never experience that. This is pretty much close to that, I guess. They can just play it here. That's usually where I would end up on a weekend night. At least one of the nights on the weekend was at the local arcade. And I live in the sticks, man. Yeah, the quarter lineup was a really big thing on like uh, Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. There'd be people lined up waiting to get that finishing move off. Fatality. That was really big, I think, especially during the arcade time with those fighters. Remember the grid? I don't remember the grid. Sorry about the coughing. I inhaled a bit of a chip. What's the grid? I may remember it if I saw it, but I don't remember it off just the name. Oh, really? What's Time Killers? Is that a shooter? Or is that Time Cops? I don't know. I get them all mixed up nowadays. I think Time Cops was a shooter. I'll put a couple of these in here just for funsies. It's like Mortal Kombat. Oh my gosh, Gabe. You savages. Die Hard Arcade? I don't remember that one. I remember it, but I don't think I've ever played it. Those were good stuff, though. Put another one over here. Bah. Not exactly family friendly. I don't know. Games are different. Like, violence in games should be explained as make-believe. I don't think that's a qualification for being unfamily friendly. Because that can be explained. Now, you know, it's like I posted in my Discord about that. Vulgarity and profanity and stuff like that. It's just it's more of a habit, and they'll pick it up. And I don't do that. We don't do that here. Like it so much. Video games are like finishing each other's sandwiches. Oh, so many clamps. Well, I honestly thought that this would be a little more popular than it turned out to be. But I guess it is kind of a slow and tedious ordeal. Everybody just wants to see the finished product, not really the process. So, you know, I guess live and learn. Not a big deal, though. I enjoy talking with everybody. Makes me feel good, you know? Getting to chat with everybody. You like the process better? Well, that's one. I'm gonna have to take this whole thing outside, I think, and belt sand these corners down and put router on it, re-level these edges here and here and round them off so the glass kind of goes with it rather than having a sharp corner there. Oh, it's a dream of yours? Easy to spend a few K to buy one. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call this one a perfect one, but it'll definitely be handmade. And yeah, you could spend a couple K and get one, like all personally made, but this isn't that much. Even with the buttons and everything, I think it's a couple $100. Because I just bought, easy stuff, pieces and wires. It's a couple $100 in comparison. It does take time though. I think I got all the supports I need. I'm pretty much done here. Just need to do some finishing work, get a graphic set for this, and start on the bottom base. Then we can plug it all in and start booting it up and see what happens. Yep. You can learn how to make one this way. It's really not that... you could make one super easy, honestly. Like, I could have just made a 2-player box that's small, just big enough to fit the buttons, the joystick and the buttons on a singular box. You know what I mean? And then you could just move that around and put a Raspberry Pi in it, and that you literally have a plug and an HDMI port on a portable box. It's kind of like one of those little those portable game systems, except you've got the controller built in and it just runs on a Raspberry Pi. So, but I wanted to make a 4-player. Like, I could have cocked these buttons over and made this thing really small, but I didn't want the 3rd and 4th player to be like looking over at the TV from the side, I want them to have their own space here, and everybody's got, at least 22 inches between them, shoulder to shoulder, so you're not all trying to play like this up next to the other person, you know what I mean? Because the button layouts on some of the ones that I saw online are so close together to keep the footprint small that the buttons are like a hand width away from each other. So if you're playing here and somebody else is playing there, you almost have to stand off to the side of each other, because otherwise you're going to be like right up against the other person trying to play. It's need some space. Raspberry Pi. I think I'm going to call it a night and head out. I did a pretty good amount here. Got it all buttoned up, centered, joysticks in, reinforced, wired. Everything's wired. I basically just plug a USB in and plug it into the computer now. So we'll get the holes done, start building the base canopy, the pedestal. We'll build the pedestal, and once we get that done, we'll start pressing the graphics. I'll get this cleaned up. I need to figure out a way to lock this so nobody can open it and start messing with things, you know what I mean? I gotta figure out a way to latch this down here in case somebody wants to move, because it's going to be on wheels. I'm going to put casters on the bottom of the pedestal so you can wheel it around. So if somebody moves this or something, the kids might push up on it and get their fingers smashed, because it's kind of heavy. It's got some weight to it. So, I don't know. I need to figure out a way to lock it down. Yeah, I thought about that, Reaper, but it's got a 1-inch lip here. It's got a lip here, and I don't want to put just like a screen door hook on it. You know what I mean? I got these for it, but it's just not going to work with a lip. I originally had these in mind because I wanted to lock it down, you know, with a buckle. But I put a good sized lip on the bottom of it, and this isn't going to work. So I'm not sure. I might get a different buckle which has a 90-degree bracket at the top with a ring on it that you put the ring through, and it pulls a lid down like this. But I'd have to go and get one. So it's just something I'll have to do. I also got these. I got these handles here. I'm gonna put these on the ends, so two people can get on, one on each side, and you can pick it up with the handles instead of grabbing the bottom of this thing. It'll have like a little carry handle on it, so you can position it and wheel it around and stuff. I'll put those on last though, because I still have to paint and graphic the side. Better have a lock. Like a desk lock. I don't want to get all into that crazy stuff. I don't want to have to drill into this and then put a lock and all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's nothing that's going to be in here. It's going to be empty. You know what I might do is I might put extra controllers and stuff and like partition the inside here and just like bind these up so they're not all dangly like this. And I'll put all of the controllers, because I have all the controllers for all the systems in a USB format, because I originally was going to make the arcade off my server and just have the USB controllers. Like I have a Super NES controller that plugs into USB for a computer, and the Nintendo and the Genesis and the 64 and the Dreamcast, and I have all of those are all in boxes in the closet. And if I have those USB ports in the front and you want to play a console game, you don't have to use this. You can plug one of those USB controllers in and just use the real controller for the real game and the real system. And I can just store them in here in partition sections or something, just to kind of keep it all together. But I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I would want to. I don't think I need to lock it as much as just keep this from flipping up or something. And I think Jiggly was in here earlier, and he sent me a link to some gas shocks that I can mount in here that will hold it up, and then let it go down real slow, so it doesn't just slam. You know what I mean? When somebody drops it, it won't just slam it. It's like an air shock for the lid of a toy box or something. So I'm gonna put those on there, and it'll be a little more controlled. It'll hold itself up while you're getting your controllers out or something, and then you can lower it back down. Yeah, TikTok, got it. Oh, it's 11:05. All right, let's head out, guys. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna head to bed instead of sitting here yipping yapping. Where are we going? Who's streaming in chat? Anybody streaming in chat right now? Here There Be Monsters are still going. That'd be 4 raids in a row. I guess we can. I mean, they got some commitment going on over there. Let's go. Oh, it looks like they're eating dinner or something. I don't know. It might have been an old photo. 18 of us in chat, 18 of us going. I appreciate the support, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out while I'm building this creature. I'll try to get some work done on it during the week, and maybe I'll have the pedestal built by Friday. Maybe we'll work on it Thursday, and I'll be putting the graphics on it, and we can start putting the computer in it and boot it up and see what it looks like when we fire it up. Fingers crossed it doesn't blow up. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to hit the raid button and hit the sack. See y'all later. Peace.